What's up everyone, this is Derek here, and in this video we're going to be exploring one of my favorite loot locations in PUBG Mobile. So this series of loot locations so far has been secret ones, underrated ones, good solo ones. What we're going to be looking at today is a good duo or squad loot location. So you don't want to go here solo most of the time because there are going to be other people fighting you for the loot, and it always helps to have a friend in that situation. So we took a look at the radar tower. The last video I made on this series was taking a look at the radar tower by military base, which I think is a very good solo loot location because it has good quality stuff. However, it doesn't really have enough there for duos or squads. Maybe duos if you went down and looted the other radar station down the hill from the one we looked at, but definitely not enough for squads. And we did one about a week or two ago now on Mylta Power, but not Mylta Power, the factory, Mylta Factory, which is southwest of the power plant. And today we're going to be looking at Mylta Power. And obviously Mylta Power is not an underrated location because a ton of people know about it. It has great stuff. However, I think it's one worth looking at because I think a lot of the time, because it's on the edge of the island, the eastern edge of the island, it kind of gets overlooked because it's not in those first few circles and everyone wants to drop in the middle like a place like school or Pachinki because then you don't have to move as much. So what we're doing today is we're looking at Mylta Power, and we're going to be looking at the reactor room. I think it's like the reactor and turbine room. It's the one with it's the big one with the green roof, as you'll see. So it's the big green building, and it has 3 floors. It has a ground floor, it has a smaller second floor, and then it has a third floor, which is the roof. And that's where you want to land. So we're just going to survey the island here as we make our way there. And I'm playing duos, but I'm playing as a solo player. And the reason I'm going here is 1, because I want to make this video, and 2, because this is actually at the end of the plane's flight path. So I'm thinking a lot of people are going to be dropping school, Pachinki, Rosshok, those areas before, or prison even. They're going to be dropping before we get to Mylta Power. So hopefully there aren't too many people left at that point, which means I can explore in peace. So you can see Mylta Power, there's the giant, or one of the giant cooling stacks for that nuclear power plant. I think we'll drop just about now or so, 1,300 meters. That's not bad at all. We're going to use our 45-degree sort of floating to the side method, which can easily reach about 2,000 meters, so no problem getting there today. You can see the power compound is starting to show up. And you can see that green building, it's not the greenest right now. It's going to, once it renders in higher resolution as we get closer to it, you'll see it become more visible. It is a rectangular, there it is. So you can see it's the green rectangular building in the, it's pretty much as, the eastern edge of the compound centered. So we're gonna start floating in there now, and we'll see what we can do. So I'm just taking a look around. I don't really see anybody, so I think we should be good to land. So like I said, start on the roof because that way you have a better chance of grabbing a weapon right away. And if there are people who land and miss the roof, then you have some easy early kills. So we've got M16A4. I think we're just gonna take a look real quick, make sure I didn't miss anything down there. Sometimes there's loot underneath those that support structure for that. Looks like a water tower or something. Oh, grab a level 1 helmet and a level 2 vest, so not too bad. There's usually some fairly decent stuff on the roof here. Well, let's see, we got a level 2 backpack and a red dot. We've got a 2x scope, that is always useful, as well as a compensator for an AR, and here we go, an 8x scope and a pan. So you can see this definitely high quality loot here. Already have level 2 backpack, level 2 vest, M16, and an 8x and a 2x. So that's pretty crazy. So why don't we add an AKM and a 4x? So now we've got a 2, a 4, and an 8 within the first 30 seconds or so of looting, and that is pretty good. There's not loot in the hallways. That's why I'm just sticking to these reactor control rooms, because there is occasionally good loot here. So this is the second floor. Like I said, this is the smaller one, not too much here. And then now what we're gonna do is head down to the first floor where there's a ton of stuff just spread out across the room. So let's see, we've got a flash hider for the AR, extended mag, I already have extended quick draw. There's a suppressor for an SMG, suppressor for an AR. I absolutely should have picked that up. I was thinking at the time that I have a compensator, and there's a guy, where is he? There he is. Okay, so this is a real guy, not a bot, because he is inside the building and trying to attack me. So he's shooting at me, I'm shooting at him. I got a couple good shots. He's probably pretty low at this point. I'm just gonna run around here, try to confuse him and see if I can ambush him right there. So he had sort of potato aim. I don't think he hit me once, but it's always a good idea when you're running around here is just, just keep moving. And then, it's not the easiest to jump around in the mobile version, but generally if you keep moving, you're fine. So we got some bullet loops. We don't need those. Holographic. I think I'm just gonna, I got a little confused there just, during the engagement. I'm like, all right, where are we here? Let's make sure we're back to looting. So we've got M16, got some good ammo for it. We've got a 8x, a 4x, and 2x, as well as some frag grenades. So this is pretty awesome. And you can see here that if we were playing duos, you'd easily be able to have enough for 2 people. More frag grenades, actually. 5 is probably too many, but why not? Just for fun. First aid kit, that's always a good thing to grab. We've got some more 7.62 with that AKM. I accidentally swapped out the AKM. So what I meant to do was swap the AKM with the one I already had. That way you get the ammo from it. Use that little ammo trick, get extra 30 rounds. Let's see what's here is level 2 vest, level 1 helmet, and there is a med kit. Okay, sweet. So there's another, high level item. Got a compensator for a sniper there. I've got another level 1 helmet. Gosh, there's so many level 1 helmets this game spawning. And we'll run across here. We've got another frag grenade. I don't think I'm gonna pick it up though. I already have too many. We've got a level 2 helmet, level 3 helmet. Okay, sweet. We got some 5.56 and an M4. So yes, I know that an M4 is better than an M16. This time we are actually switching, and I am acknowledging that we are switching. So we've got a energy drink and a first aid kit over there. So you can see there are 2 of these turbine rooms. So I ran across the balcony there, and that's how I got to this one. But that's pretty much it. But you can see here we've got a 2 decent weapons, ton of ammo, ton of healing items, excellent optics. Fairly good on the attachments for them. Obviously, I'm missing the foregrip and the stop for the M416, but that's not bad. So just going to take a look around here. And this is where, if you're playing duos or squads, you definitely want to loot these other buildings now. So there are 2 warehouses that look like this. And I'm realizing at this point, I'm just going to run through this fast. I'm realizing that the guy who was attacking me in the bottom floor of the room just a little while ago, he probably got to this first. That's why there's not better stuff, because there's usually pretty decent stuff here too. And that guy, I believe, had a SCAR. He had some 5.56. He had a 2x scope, so that's probably where he got it, probably in that, or in this warehouse. One of the warehouses is where he got his stuff. So yeah, that's, like I said, though, we'll check this car park here. It's another place where there could be decent gear. I've seen optics here before. I've seen decent stuff. So it's always a good idea. Extended quick draw, we will take that. Now we have extended quick draw on both of those. So pretty good spot. Mylta Power, it's not underrated. I know a ton of people know about it, but I think some of us tend to forget about it because of where it's located on the map. And that's a shame, because it really is worth doing, especially if you're playing duos or squads. So hopefully this video helps you out. From here, you can go down to the road to the west, and you can check these crates. Sometimes they have level 3 stuff in them. But you usually, if you have to move for the zone, I'm in the next zone, but if I wasn't, you generally want to go down to the road, grab a vehicle, and then head in and enjoy the rest of the game. So if this video helped you out, definitely give it a thumbs up to help grow the channel, and consider subscribing if you haven't already for tons more PUBG Mobile content. My name's Derek G, and I hope to see you on the battlefield soon, or in my Discord server, which I'll also leave a link to down below.